Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Noah from Oasis Trading Avenue, and today we are going to look at the outlook or the weekly outlook on how we think the VIX 75 is going to reach, or the area where we are expecting prices to get to. So now, once again, welcome to my channel and let's hop into the chart. Okay, now here we have, as you can see, prices is in an upward direction. As you can see, prices is in an upward direction. What the fuck is this? Why is this thing happening? Okay, so as you can see, prices is in an upward direction. Okay, because we are expecting more price. We are expecting the prices to move into the upward side for a particular point in time. Even though prices broke this zone, the recent low, because we were expecting that probably when prices came to this low, prices would have continued to the upward side. Okay, but then prices didn't continue to the upward side, so we had a little bit of break of market structure to come into the downward side to create this new low in the market. But then we were expecting prices to do what? Come and retest this zone, but then prices didn't retest that zone, so prices came to retest. Sorry, my line is wrong. Let me use this. Prices came to retest around this zone. As you can see, prices came to retest around that zone to get a perfect entry for the market. Okay, let me clear my chart so that this will look good. Okay, so that we can get a decent entry for the market. So as you can see, this was how prices reacted towards this particular zone. So as prices came, we are expecting that price to break through this, probably retest to the break and retest to the downward side, but we didn't have that. Okay, so since we didn't get that, prices moved to the upward side to continue its upward rally, because since it didn't break this overall low, we are expecting an upward momentum in the market. Okay, that being said, let me map out some new highs I'll be checking out in the market. Okay, I'll be checking out this high, I'll be checking out this low. Okay, so one thing you should know, I always like to use my line chart in doing my analysis, so that I can you can clear out the noise in the chart for me. Okay, so this is what I'm going to map out, my new highs. I don't really like to look on previous data that much. I just look at what the current data that prices are really showing me, so I don't have to look backwards to this zone. I just have to look at what my prices or my charts are showing me just now. So as you can see, prices was moving in a very good prices came down all the way. After prices came to hit around this zone, prices came all the way to this down. Why did price retrace around this zone? So if you take your Fibonacci, you can see I was expecting prices to do it, retrace to this zone, retrace downward to the 50% or probably the 6.18% or something, so that I'd be able to get a perfect entry. So I was expecting prices to retrace around this zone, but look at what happened. Just a perfect stop. Prices just came to hit around that zone. We got our little entry around here. So probably I'll be looking for another retest before hopping to the upward side. But maybe this cannot happen because probably it has already happened in the lower time frames. So we'll just be looking at our upward momentum to the higher time frame. Right, we target around this zone and this zone. But first we need to do what? Break the structure. Then probably we need to, let me clear this a little bit. We need to break this structure, go up, retest, then continue to our upward side. So this is what we'll be looking at in the time. So let's go to our smaller time frames, so we can be able to plot this, can be able to understand how the market is moving. So right now I would go to my, I'll go to my 4 hours time frame. Okay, so here we are. So as you can see, let me auto this. As you can see, we are in our 4 hour time frame. And if you use our line chart, we can see that when prices came to around our 50%, when prices came around our 50%, prices are doing what? Okay, prices, this is our 50%, right? This is our 50%. So when prices came around the 50%, it came to do it, touch it a little bit. Okay, as you can see, let me draw my lines down again. So this is our 50%, because if you use the Fibo, you will realize that it's a 50%. I don't know why this thing cleared off, but then so we realize that it's the 50%. Okay, prices just came to hit our 50%. And look at how the 50% is. Okay, now let me highlight our 50% zone for us to see something, so that we can go into the chart to see how market reacted around that particular price. So as you can see, we've now created a new lower high. Sorry, we've now created a new lower high. As you can see, a new lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and now we are expecting prices to retrace a little bit before we move. So I'll be expecting what prices are going to do around here. Probably somebody might feel that he would like to enter around this zone here, probably take a scalp or something around this zone. First TP will be around this zone. Okay, first TP will be around this zone, second TP will be around this zone. So probably you can be able to maximize your win ratio, but then you need to set your trailing stop so that you not be able to blow your account. Okay, so that's my weekly perspective. I don't like to go into the lower time frames that much, but then my lowest time frame I push into would be the 1 hour, just to get a perfect entry, to be able to minimize my risk in the market. Okay, so if you go to the 1 hour time frame, we can see what prices are telling us as of right now. Look at the 1 hour time frame. Let me clear this. The 1 hour time frame, we can see that prices came to do it, reject around this zone. Let me take my prices came to cancel. Okay, can see this is it. Okay, price came to reject around this zone. Didn't really get that point, but then as you see that prices are doing what? We have higher high, higher low, higher high, and it came down again to create a double bottom here. And before we have this whole pull up, push face, and so I'm expecting prices to move around this zone again before I'll be entering up to the upward side. Okay, so that being said, I'll be watching out for how prices will be reacting around that zone. I'll put my first target. If I'm doing a scalp, I'll put my first target around here. Then I would probably enter into the trade around. I'll be expecting prices to come around this zone. Put my TP stop loss around here. My first TP around here. When prices does, or probably we create a new higher low, then we'll be able to do it with trail our stops. Then we'll do overall. I would say overall targets would be around this zone. We can hold this trade I can hold my trade as long as a month. So it depends on how you trade. You can take your profit on the go, or you can just hold the trade for some time. So probably this is what I'm expecting in the markets. But overall I'm expecting prices to do it, continue to push face to the upper side. Okay, overall I'm expecting prices to push to this upper side to be able to do it, fill all these prices that are around this zone. Okay, that's what I'm expecting prices to do. So thank you once again, and I'll be doing another analysis on step index and the other volatility indexes, and we'll see how we can move on. Okay, so once again, thank you and subscribe to my channel.